All right, 7th graders, this is to help you with question 7 on CR 12. Camilla needs help with an algebra assignment. Explain how to solve each of the problems and how the problems are different from one another. Okay, so for the first one, letter A, they want us to evaluate the expression C equals 7. And the expression they give us is C minus 3. For B, they want us to solve the equation. And the equation they give us is C minus 3 equals 17. Okay, I like this problem because you have to really know the difference between how to handle expressions and how to handle equations. All right, so let's take a look at letter A. First, let me go ahead and work this out. So for letter A, we want to evaluate the expression for C equals 7. To evaluate an expression, we need to substitute the value they give us for C into the expression. And then we'll simplify that expression. So if you are given that C equals 7 and the expression is C minus 3, you just substitute a 7 in place of C. So then we have 7 minus 3. Then you simplify that expression. 7 minus 3 is 4. So that's how we evaluate an expression for a given value of the variable. So for letter B, now we want to solve an equation. To solve for C, for our variable, we need to use opposite operations to get C by itself on one side of the equal sign. Oops. On one side of the equal sign. All right, so if we have C minus 3 equals 17, in order to get C by itself, we need to get this minus 3 moved over to this side. So we got to zero it out from this side. What's the opposite of subtraction? The opposite of subtraction is addition. So if I add 3 to the left side of my equal sign, that will zero out. But if I'm adding 3 to the left side of an equal sign, I must also add 3 to the right-hand side. Minus 3 plus 3, bye-bye, those zero out. So on this side, I'm just left with C. I'm left with my equal sign, and 17 plus 3 is 20. So for that second one, I get C equals 20. I could check that if I want. I started with C minus 3 equals 7. You always write down the original. But now I know C is 20, so I can substitute 20 in place of C. So we have 20 minus 3, oops, that's a 17, excuse me. 20 minus 3 equals 17. We're hoping that's true. Well, what's 20 minus 3? 17. 17 does equal 17. It means 20 was the correct value for C. All right, explain how to solve each problem. So I tried to do that. Simplify, so here into the expression, then simplify. Then use order of operations. Your PEMDAS. That should be a D. Okay. And how are the problems different from one another? This one's an expression. Letter A is an expression. Letter B is an equation. And you have to handle getting to an answer in very different ways. There's just a different process. If you have an expression, you use your order of ops to get to an answer. And if, oops, sorry about that. And if you have an equation, you use opposite operations to solve it. Hopefully something along those lines is what your teachers are looking for. Wow, my thoughts just keep jumping. All right, so I hope that helps, or at least points you in the right direction. Good luck.